You click this video because you're the type of guy that is working on himself. You're working hard on the gym, on your money, your finances, and you're on the self-improvement grind. Your health and wealth are somewhat going okay. However, you realize you're lacking something key in your life. 2 years ago when I graduated high school and I was on my self-improvement, grind, I was reading books, I was working on my business, I was doing everything right, but I felt quite unfulfilled and I felt like something was missing. Although I was waking up on time and working on my business, going to the gym, doing all my daily disciplines, I felt really isolated and alone. You know that feeling where life feels very dull and it's sort of like lacking color, like it lacks that aliveness. And I realized this because I was actually lacking this one thing. I saw everyone around me socially just having an abundance of all these social experiences, going on group adventures, events, and I see people around me making memories and experiencing life. And I was questioning to myself, when can I start living a life that feels alive again? If you're listening to this and you resonate with everything that I've said, then this is the video for you. What do you do if you just gym and work? I know the exact type of person I'm speaking to because I was that person. All I did was try to build a business and just go gym, and like my life would sort of be kind of dead and empty. And what I was actually craving for was, let me get a photo up. What I actually craved for was to build a fun lifestyle. And my fun lifestyle involved getting girls, going on adventures, having cool friends to do cool things with, like going to Indonesia, Bali, or going on a dirt bike adventure, or going for runs, or going out and having food and just even simple stuff. I wanted to live a fun lifestyle, but all I did was just gym and work on business. And I thought that I had to the way to get to this fun lifestyle was to work really, really hard first, then do the fun lifestyle. But this left me just like being a sad boy. Like, I'll show you my expression in my very artistic form. This was my sad boy expression. This would be me when I wake up doing LinkedIn outreach because I hated my life and I hated my business. But maybe you like your business. Maybe all you just do is just gym and work, and your gym is good and like you're building a good body. Your work is on fire, you're on point. But the thing that's lacking is that fun lifestyle. And I honestly don't think you should wait. Of course, it's very nuanced and depends if like the business you're doing or like it requires a lot of sacrifice, but it depends on what do you want. You're going to have to ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want to live this fun lifestyle? Do you want to build your business? Because honestly, you do have time. And the reason why I say you do have time is because you're clearly watching a video right now, which you could be using that time to go out and meet people. Yes, I know it's a bit rude. I called you out. You shouldn't be saying that. Like as a creator, you shouldn't be calling out people in your video. And it makes people click off. It makes people like, oh, like, what the fuck, But like, I'm calling you guys out because I want to wake the fuck up. I want to wake you guys the fuck up that you guys can live this fun lifestyle and go to the gym and work, because clearly you're using your time to go watch YouTube videos like mine instead of living this fun lifestyle. So I really just want to break this limiting belief that if the only thing you do is gym and work, the thing that's probably empty and probably lacking is, and you find fulfillment in your work, of course. That's, of course, if you find fulfillment in your work. The thing that's probably lacking is human connection. This is probably the biggest thing. Human connection. And if you're like me, I'll tell you a quick story about me. For the longest time, I was coping. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna grind. I'm not high value enough to show myself to the world. I'm not good enough. Like I had these limiting beliefs, right? I had a limiting belief that I was not rich enough. I was not self-developed enough. I was not sexy enough, like shredded enough. I was not good enough. Basically, the whole paradigm was I was not good enough to do the things that I want to do. Like, I was not good enough. And that's complete horseshit, because I'm seeing, like, not just with girls, but like the things that I would want to do, like, okay, like my dream reality was go out, get girls, make friends, go do fun activities, go on adventures, and go experience life and make cool videos about it. That's what I wanted to do, right? But I was like, oh, I gotta like do gym and do work. And I thought that I needed to be self-developed enough. I need to be rich enough in order to do these things, so I could feel a sense of security, because you want to feel certain. You want to feel certainty that when you do these things, you know you're going to be secure, you know you have enough money, stuff like that. But however, you have to understand your future isn't guaranteed. This is a hard pill, bro. Your future isn't guaranteed. I didn't spell guaranteed right. Your future isn't guaranteed. You're grinding all this thing because you're hoping you'll get a better future, right? But you have to understand that your future isn't guaranteed. You could, like, it's quite common for people to die 1 year from now, or 2 years from now, or 5 years from now. You know, your future isn't guaranteed, and the longer you wait, I feel like the longer you regret. I regretted waiting. You know, within 2023, I wish I just started living the dream reality, where I started approaching girls, I started making friends, I started going on adventures, I started doing the things I wanted to do, and not wait for the perfect moment. Because you're waiting for security, you're waiting for the perfect moment in order to start. But you have to understand that there is no perfect moment, and the perfect moment to start is right now. You should basically not wait for things to be good. You should make things good. You shouldn't wait for things to be good, because waiting doesn't solve the problem. Waiting will never solve the problem. You know that in order for you to go live that lifestyle you want to live, you need to actually take action and do it. But for me, for a long time, I was coping. I had the limiting belief that I'm not good enough. I need to make enough money so I can relax and then do it. Like, you're putting obstacles in your way of living the life you want to live. And I would say, if it's making really, really, really unhappy, how it made me really, really unhappy, where I would wake up, sit on a computer for like 10 hours, which I actually like sitting on a computer and editing and making videos like these, but I wasn't living the life I wanted to live. Exactly. You know, I was just waking up, working on an agency I really didn't give a shit about, and yeah. So I decided to stop waiting, because I was sick of waiting. I was sick of spending my whole 2023 of doing ecom, doing agency, trying to figure out business. I was really like adamant, like I was literally trying to control this shit. Like, oh, how can I make money? How can I make money? How can I make money? Well, the reason why I wanted to make money was so I could live that fun lifestyle. But that fun lifestyle is actually, it doesn't even cost a lot of money. Like, the best things in life don't cost a lot of money. And what are the best things? Human connections, experiences, adventures. The best adventures are the ones that are outdoors, that you literally cost nothing to explore and to go. And if it does cost money, the only price is the ticket to take a plane, or the ticket to stay in the Airbnb. Of course, like, and that's still not a lot of money. If you fly to Bali, maybe it's like 800 USD for a one-way ticket, or maybe 1.5k USD. If you're very far away. For me, I live in Australia, it's 100 USD, right? And you stay there for 1 month. That's like 1.5k to 2,000 USD to pay for a nice gym, eat good food, and stay in somewhat of a livable Airbnb, right? And you can do that, right? It doesn't cost, and even if you don't go to Bali, there's probably some cool hikes, cool places in your area where you can take people, you can make friends and take people to, and go experience adventure. There's probably fun things to do in your city that you're not doing. There's probably amazing girls that are your exact type that are in your city, but you're not approaching. So the best things in life are usually free, and you could go get these things right now. You are good enough. You can get these things while you're building your business, while you're doing your work. While if you just go to the gym and work and you feel like something's missing, human connection, that's the thing that's missing. That's the thing that's missing. All of us are isolated, man. I literally was hopping on a call with a guy who was interested in working with me one-to-one, and he was like, yeah, man, like, all I do is wake up and just like go on my laptop and just go gym. And like, bro, like, that was me. That was literally me. And I would hate that. And the reason why I was like really so adamant about gym and work was I was so like, oh, I'm trying to prove them wrong. I'm like the 1% club, you know, like doing all this bullshit. When in actual fact, I was just like coping massively from like not approaching girls, not making friends. And I was clinging on to my old life. So this is basically what you should do if you just gym and work and you feel you're a sad boy like me, you're a sad boy and you were empty inside like me. You're probably missing human connection. And you have to understand your future isn't guaranteed. So start living the life you want to live. And yeah, that's all I have to say. If you guys want more information, want more knowledge, join my free group in the description and I'll see you inside. But besides that, subscribe, like, you know the gist. Peace.